Hello everyone. Please allow me to have the honor in introducing our group. We are the group 3 of 11 STEM 2D. And today, we're about to show you the different skills we use in making advanced spreadsheets using the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet software. Without further ado, let's get started.
Hello, I am Disuyo and today I am going to demo on how to compute for required values using appropriate formula and numeric function in MS Excel. So first, let's compute PS and put the formula equals, close parenthesis, and C5 slash C16 and close parenthesis. And there you go, you got your percentage. If you want your work faster, you just need to hold and drag, then copy cells. If you want to see the other percentage, you just need to change the formulas. You just need to put the dollar sign in the middle of C16. After changing your formula, you just need to hold and drag, copy cells, and there you go, you have your percentage. So here in the WS, you just need to multiply the 25 so that your formula will be equals to open parenthesis D5 times E3. Herein, you got your answer. Right click of your mouse, go to Format Cells, find number, and change your decimal places into 2. Here in number 6, it's the same process with number 5, so you need to put the formula but different cells. If you have 2 decimal places, you don't need to format it. Here in Performance Task PS, it's the same process with Written Work PS. You'll just need to put the formula and it's equals, open parenthesis, F5 slash F16 and close parenthesis. And there you go, you have your percentage. But the percentage you have, it's different from the percentage of the PS. What you need to do is go to the Format Cells, then go to percentage, and change the decimal places. You just need to hold and drag so that it can be more easy to process your Performance Task PS. After copying cells, you just need to change the formula, add dollar sign in the middle of F and the F16. And next, you just need to hold and drag, copy cells, and there you go, you have your percentage. Here in WS, it's the same process with Written Work WS. Here in initial grade, you just need to add all the WS and add them all.
Hello, good day everyone. My name is Monte Evangelista, and I am assigned to do the Task 2 and Task 3 of Advanced Spreadsheet skill of our group Excel activity. So, let's get started. The first task that I'm going to show you is the task 2, Advanced Spreadsheet Skill, which is the VLOOKUP function. And today, I'm going to show you how to do it and how does VLOOKUP function work. VLOOKUP is a function we use that returns an equivalent value from a reference value. Therefore, in order to use this, we need to prepare every data that we needed. So, as you can see here, we have a transmutation table and a descriptor table. These are the table and data that we are going to use as a reference later. Now, let's try getting the quarterly grade by using the VLOOKUP function. Before anything else, let's go to the transmutation sheet and go to the table and highlight everything. Then, let's name it as transmutation. Now, let us start. First, we are going to click the first blank cell under the quarter grade column. Then, we need to type the formula of the VLOOKUP function. Let's type =, the word VLOOKUP, then follow and provide all the needed data. As you can see here, in VLOOKUP function, you need to provide and type there the lookup value, the table of array, column index number, and the range lookup. There are 4 guide questions that we need to keep in mind in using the VLOOKUP function to understand further of how it actually works and how to do it. 1. What are we looking for? 2. What are we looking at? 3. What column number should we look at? 4. Should we look for the exact or approximate one? After typing the =, the VLOOKUP word, and the open quantity, let's start providing the lookup value. Lookup value answers the guide question, what are we looking for? We are looking for the quarterly grade of the initial grade, which is this one, the grade of the first cell under the initial grade column. So, we are going to click the cell and type comma in the formula. Next, let's provide the table of array. How do we find it? Table of array answers the guide question, what are we looking at? We are looking for the quarterly grade of the initial grade at the transmutation table. So, we are going to the transmutation sheet and highlight the whole transmutation table, then type comma again. Now, let's provide the column index number. How do we find it? The column index number answers the question, what column should we look at? We are looking for the quarterly grade of the initial grade at the transmutation table at the second column. Therefore, we are going to type 2, then comma again. Lastly, let's provide the range lookup. As you can see here, there are 2 choices, true and false. Range lookup answers the question, should we look for the exact or approximate one? True means approximate and false means exact. For this one, we are going to choose and type true. Then, we close the formula with a closed quantity and enter. As you can see here, we got the quarterly grade of the first cell. In order to get the quarterly grade of the other cells, we click this first grade of the quarterly cell, then drag it until here. Now, we finally got all the quarterly grade of each initial grades. Now, let's move on to finding the descriptors of the quarterly grade by still using and following the procedures we did a while ago for the VLOOKUP function. But before all that, we need to make another descriptor table since the one that we have is this one. Why is this the case? This is because Excel cannot determine and understand your command and the formula of the function you made due to your table because it has words and dashes. That is why we need to make another one to provide a much precise and clear data. At this side of this table, let's type a label, grade, and descriptor. Next, under the grade, let's type numbers from 1 to 100. But since the lowest quarterly grade is only 70, let's start from there. In order to input numbers faster up to 100, let's just type 70 to 72. Then, let's highlight these numbers and drag it until 100. And voila! You are done! After, let's take a look at the other first descriptor table for each of the grades labels. As you can see here, 75 below is did not meet expectation. Let's just copy this text, highlight and drag the blank cell under the descriptor column beside 70 to 74 grades and paste it. Now, do the same for the others. Now, let's officially start. Again, let's click the first blank cell under the descriptor column. Then, let's type the formula of the VLOOKUP function, which is the equal sign, the word VLOOKUP, and then follow and provide all the needed data. Now, let's provide the lookup value. What are we looking for? We are looking for the descriptor of the quarterly grade, which is the first cell under it. So, let's click this cell and type comma. Next, let's provide the table of array. What are we looking at? We are looking for the description of the quarterly grade at the description table. Therefore, let us go to the transmutation sheet and highlight the whole description table that we made a while ago except for its labels. Then, type comma. Next, let's provide the column index number. What column are we looking at? We are looking for the description of the quarterly grade at the descriptor table at the second column. Therefore, we are going to type 2 and then comma. Lastly, let's provide the range lookup. Should we look for the exact or approximate one? Since we are looking for the approximate descriptor result, we are going to choose true. After, we close it with a close quantity and enter. As you can see here, we got the descriptor of the first cell. In order to get the descriptors of the other cells, we click this cell under the descriptor and then drag it until here. Now, we finally got all the descriptors of each quarterly grade. As you can see here, there is an NA. Just click this cell and just do the same procedure individually. And there you have it. That is how you use the VLOOKUP function in in advanced spreadsheet skills in Microsoft Excel of finding the quarterly grade and its descriptors. The last task that I'm going to show you is task number 3, advanced spreadsheet skill, which is the if function. And today, I am going to show you how to do it and how does if function work. If is a function we use that checks whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Now let's try getting the grade remarks by using the if function. This is pretty easy to use and just like a piece of cake. Now, let us start. First, we are going to click the first blank cell under the remarks column. Then, we need to type the formula of the if function. Let's type equal sign, then the word if, then follow and provide all the needed data. As you can see here, in if function, you need to provide and type there the logical test, the value of true, and the value of false. After typing the equal sign, if word, and the open quantity, let's provide the logical test. How do we find and provide the logical test? Logical test refers to the condition being tested. We are testing a specific grade value, which is the quarterly grade, to prove and determine whether it is true or false. So, let us click the first cell under the quarterly grade column, then space. To further test the grade, we need to use signs that would compare and determine whether that grade is true or false. For this, we need to type the greater than sign along with the equal sign, then the value of specific grade that we wanted to compare. So, we type 75 since it is the passing grade, and then we type comma. Now, let's provide the value of true, which is passed. We need to type first an open quotation mark, then the word passed in capital letters. Close it with a closed quotation mark, then comma. Lastly, let's provide the value of false, which is failed. Just the same with the true, we type an open quotation mark first, then the failed word in capital letters. Next, we close it with a closed quotation mark, then close the formula with closed quantity, then enter. As you can see here, we already got the remarks of the quarterly grade. In order to get the remarks of the other cells, we need to click this cell and drag it until here. And there you have it. We have finally found their remarks of their quarterly grades by using the if function in advanced spreadsheet skill using Microsoft Excel. After computing and finding everything, we need to save the file to keep it safe and sound. Click the File tab option found at the upper left, click Save As, rename the file, choose a folder, and click Save. If you want to print the file, just click the File tab option again, click Print, make sure to preview first and check if everything is in line and has no errors, adjust and set everything according to your preferences, then after, click Print. And there you have it. That is how you use the VLOOKUP and the if function in advanced spreadsheet skill using the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet software.
I am Edy Cuesta, and today I am going to show you a demo on how to do tasks 4 and 5 in the WPS spreadsheet. Now the first task I am going to show and demo is task 4, which is how to use the COUNT and COUNTIF functions.
So how do we get these values here, based from our course subject sheet? Let's rewind it a bit, shall we? Now for the total number of students, we are going to be basing it from the quarterly grade of the students present. We are going to be using the function count with the formula is equals to count. Then we are going to select the range of cells in which the grades of the students are encoded, which is M5 to M14. And voila, we have the total number of students. Now, what if we have a criteria in which we are going to count the number of students who passed and the number of students who failed based from the remarks in our course subject? We are going to use the function COUNTIF with the formula is equals to COUNTIF. Then select the range of cells, which is under remarks. And then we are going to put our criteria now, which is passed. Press enter and voila. We'll just do the same for failed, but we are going to use the criteria failed. Select and then type in your criteria, which is failed, and press enter, and we have total number of students who failed. Now for the outstanding and the very outstanding descriptors, we are gonna still be using COUNTIF. We are just going to change the criteria into what is given here, like is it asking for the number of students that is outstanding or very satisfactory? Yes, as we can see here, we are just typing outstanding in the criteria of the formula. Press enter and voila, we have the number of students who are outstanding. Then just do the same for the other descriptors like very satisfactory, satisfactory, and etc. Also, please take note of the punctuation marks that I am using in the formula, for this plays a very critical role in order for the function to work.
The second task I am going to show and demo is task 5, which is how to use charts in presenting data.
So the first step in presenting your data in a chart form is, of course, you need to first have your data. And we are going to select the range of cells in which your data is encoded to. Go to Insert tab, press on Chart, 2D column. I will be using a 2D column, clustered column to be specific. Then go to Chart Tools, and then press on Switch / row and column in order to further organize your data. And then go to Chart Elements. Then press on Axis Title in order for the Axis Title to appear. And then I am going to change my Axis Title into number of students and subjects. It really depends on what your data is. And then we are going to change the chart title into Grade Statistics. And here we go. I have my very own chart based from the data here in Excel.
Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you have learned something about the different advanced spreadsheet skills in Microsoft Excel spreadsheet software. Once again, we are the Group 3 of 11 STEM 2D. Goodbye and have a great day!